two young quarterbacks making plays this year.
This is Khalif Raymond, signed off of their practice squad this week, had a terrific preseason and rewarded today in that loss to the Chiefs and a touchdown last Sunday night. They begin with a running play to Devontae Booker to come into his own as he contends with these two terrific wide receivers for Denver. Quick strike through the hands of Demaryius Thomas.
6 times in that game, has to do better today.
Lynch is going to fire quickly, and that pass off target, intended for Sanders, a little bit low. 4th-round pick out of Syracuse, a rookie. And Brian Walters standing back right around his own 20. Walters is going to play it, breaks the initial tackler, juking defenders, and is able to wiggle his way ahead to the 20. Good-looking punt, 58 yards. A couple of weeks, no Chris Ivory, no Julius Thomas for a second straight week. Here's Denard Robinson. Running play on first down to get them going up against his former defensive assistant coach. Bortles going to throw it on 2nd and 7. That pass a little bit too high.
The injury occurred.
So Shatley, whom they signed as an undrafted rookie back in May, as a penalty marker is thrown.
Ball start, offense, number 68. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Yeldon flanks Bortles. He has thrown the most interceptions on 3rd down in the league this season. Quick strike. He was caught by the tight end, Neil Sterling, well short of the first down. They needed the 30. Squad this week, rewarded by Gary Kubiak for all the great work he's put in with the scout team during the season. This is a big spot for him as he watches this one take a Jacksonville bounce inside the 15. He's going to play it from around the 11 and is punished. Jacksonville career is their center, at least for the moment. So here is Paxton Lynch back on the field. Play action pass as he works from the gun. He'll throw it across his body on the run and completes to Demaryius Thomas.
Passing lane where he can make good decisions.
Lynch working under center, hit on the release. That one squirts out of his hands and somehow is able to find its way to its intended target. That's the tight end, A.J. Derby.
For error on that play.
Jaguars showing corner blitz. Broncos pick it up. This is Booker on 2nd and 7. Booker getting the blow here on 3rd and 4. Lynch from the gun where he's so comfortable. Fires and finds Thomas yet again. It's a first down for Denver, a pickup of 10 this season. Leads the Broncos with his 5 touchdown catches. Run play called on first down to Booker. This is 2nd and 9. Capri Bibbs comes on and running back. Play action from Lynch. And a 6'7" quarterback is tackled around the ankles by Senderick Martin.
Maintain his poise.
Booker lines up in the slot right side, and it's Booker who makes the low catch, breaks the initial tackle. Needed to get the Jacksonville 49 for the first down. He's well short, a pickup of only a yard. Riley Dixon on the punt yet again. With just over 8 minutes to play. Walters signals fair catch. A lovely place to watch a football game here at Everbank Field. Spiro Vidasan, Wilcox back. Review on 1st and 10. 2nd offensive possession for Jacksonville.
Attack this Broncos defense.
And so far it has been Robinson, their featured running back, with Yeldon not at full strength himself. Active but dealing with that ankle injury. They need the 30. Bortles quick drop, throwing far side of the field, intended for Allen Robinson as they go against Bradley Roby, the 3rd-year corner.
Coming to his own.
And he's part of the future for him. Certain with this Denver defense as Norton boots it away, the 50-year punter. A little bit shaky on that last punt, and he takes a lick yet again. 50 yards on the punt and a return of only 1.
Out.
Paxton Lynch, the Florida native, under center. Quick strike and finds Sanders for a first down pass play. Sanders out past the 30, a pickup of a dozen. It's receiving once again this season. 1st and 10. One play called to Booker as Lynch saw him starting to show some comfort. He's completed his last 5 passes in a row. Quick snap. 2nd and 8. That pass is caught. Demaryius Thomas brought down right around the 40, a pickup of 6. And a very, very tough AFC West. Lynch dropping back, pump fakes right. Where does he go on 3rd and 2? Putting some air under it. Up the field, Blake was right there through the hands of Virgil Green. Would have been a tough catch. Aaron Colvin, the man who was on the coverage. So here's Riley Dixon again, already his third punt. And that last touchback, only his second in his last 39 punts. En route to John Elway's first Super Bowl championship. On first down, one play called to Robinson. Bortles under center. That's Marquise Lee in motion on 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground again. Robinson, who entered the day with only 20 rushes on the season. Is Bortles on 3rd and 6. This Denver defense so good in these kinds of situations. Bortles fires and finds his man. That's Brian Walters breaking tackles. Out past the 30. It's a first down on the catch and run. A pickup of 14 yards.
So this pass rush can be on the quarterback in a hurry.
Only the 3rd catch all season for Walters. Draw play called as the give is taken by Robinson.
2 years, I think it tells you that you've got plenty to work with at the quarterback position.
Another run play called here on 2nd and 6. Balance so far in their play calling. Where do they go here on 3rd and 6? Bortles has time. Good pass protection. That one is deflected and caught. Neil Sterling.
Partly and rightly so. Watch him move to his left. Still has his head down the field as that pass originally was intended for Walters. And then Sterling comes down with it.
Sterling, who began the season as a wide receiver before converting to tight end. This is Robinson trying to find some daylight. Easier said than done against this defensive front for Denver.
Speaks to really good coaching.
Could be the final play of the quarter. Bortles on 2nd and 9. We know he's dangerous with his feet. That pass intended for Robinson is incomplete. 9 seconds left in the quarter. 9th play of the drive on 3rd and 9. Bortles hit on the release. And that one is incomplete. Trying to locate Marquise Lee, but that pressure now starting to pick up some steam for Denver.
One wrong mistake can lead to a turnover.
Lead the league in sacks. Some has talked about their pass rush ability. We know what they've done with their pass defense. As this one takes a bounce inside the 10. League and its players here in week number 13. So here is Paxton Lynch again on first down. Not much to talk about with this offense.
Come up with turnover.
Lynch on 2nd and 5. That pass for Sanders is incomplete. We first saw Lynch in the second half of that Week 4 game in Tampa.
Create some clear vision, clear passing lanes down the field.
From the gun, he throws and incomplete. Similarities between this defense coached by Gus Bradley and the one that he faced against Atlanta at home. Dan Quinn, of course, the connection to Bradley. Very similar with what they do defensively here in 2016. Walters losing his footing right around the 40-round pick out of Alabama, yet to have a carry so far, but finally on the field here. On 1st and 10, good starting field position. That's Marquise Lee on a crossing route, a pickup of 5, tackled by Aqib Talib.
Quarterback Blake Bortles, and even blitzing when they run.
And a misdirection play. That's Yeldon able to get close to the 46, maybe the 47.
Last few weeks, and now they have to step it up and get going in the month of December.
On 3rd and 4, perfectly thrown pass by Bortles to Marquise Lee for the Jacksonville first down. Can't throw it better than that. It's a pickup of 17. No Allen Hurns today for the Jags, so Lee, their number 2 wide receiver, makes the biggest offensive play so far in this first half. That's Allen Robinson.
Bunch on their plate, and now they have to change coordinators. It's made a difference.
So the injury update to Peyton Thompson, one of the key backup players in Gus Bradley's secondary. Keep you updated.
In terms of the run game, allows defenses to take the receivers away primarily.
Bortles on 3rd and 2, far side of the field, looking in the direction of Lee. That time was inaccurate. 12 for 12 on kicks from 49 and in. This one is on target and perfect. Adita Salmon Wilcots, rest of our CBS crew from Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Leaf Raymond will take a knee, and they'll have it from the 25.
They need 2 quarterbacks to get through this season, much like they did 1 year ago.
Play action from Lynch. Sold it well. He's going to throw it. Near side of the field, it's incomplete, batted down.
You don't obstruct them, make a play on the football.
So Lynch completed his first 6 passes. He has missed on his last 4. And just to get back to Jalen Ramsey, we know they took him 5th overall. So many.
You expect him to be able to make a play for you. He's throwing his hands up, wanting the football.
Lynch on a crossing route going right to Sanders. The officials say incomplete. There is a flag thrown in this, the backfield.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 50. Hit the quarterback in the head. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
He's coming off that right side of the defense. It was just a hand to the face.
A 15-yard penalty on Smith just when they were just about to get off the field. That is a backbreaker. You see Bradley animated on the sideline. See if that can't get his Broncos offense in gear. Capri Bibbs, the lone running back. On 2nd and 9, another run play called here by Kubiak, and Bibbs breaking free. Inside Jacksonville territory, all the way down to the 30. Bibbs left their game briefly in Buffalo last week, the neck and shoulder stinger. As Lynch finding Thomas here. Lynch, little pitch to Bibbs on 2nd and 3. First down and more. Bibbs showing his dynamic running ability right around the 10. First and goal from the Jacksonville 10. This is Booker back in, getting to the 5. Ty Sombrilo is on the field and eligible, I should say, on 2nd and goal. Another run play to Booker, breaking the tackle. Booker's still going, and he's in for the Broncos touchdown.
They're going to give the rookie Devontae Booker. Watch the effort and energy. Breaks a tackle right there, spins out of the grasp of Telvin Smith, and then the offensive line pulls and pushes him across the offensive line of the Broncos.
Third rushing touchdown of the season for Booker, the 4th-round pick out of Utah. 6-yard run into the end zone. The stage with a couple of long runs, and then Devontae Booker, their rookie running back, 3rd in the league in rushing among rookies. Able to bang it in from 6 yards out. Bortles will have it from the 25. Took advantage. Now how did Jacksonville respond? Down 7-3. Under 7 to play before halftime. Little sidearm delivery by Bortles. Finds Robinson. Robinson first down on the catch and run and more. Finally forced out of bounds just outside the 45.
The quarterback by designing these quick short passes.
They have not sacked Bortles as Robinson picks up minimal yardage here on first down. Bortles back under center here on 2nd and 7. Another misdirection play and around to Lee. Finding the edge, first down and more. Forced out of bounds by the safety, the Pro Bowler T.J. Ward. So a good-looking drive for the Jags here inside Denver territory. Bernard Robinson just has not been able to get his game going.
Grow together.
Very evenly matched game till this point. Bortles going through the air. That pass deflected and intercepted. It's Chris Harris Jr. for Denver. Another bad break for the Jags. Harris still going across the 45. Nearly goes head over heels. A return of 30.
Harris Jr. is defending against him.
Bernard Robinson finally making the tackle after a 30-yard return by Harris.
Group of cornerbacks in the NFL. This is still tight coverage. Watch. See, Robinson had it, but then look. Harris Jr. is able to rake that ball away, and then he comes down with it. You know, he talks about the fact that he wasn't drafted. He wears that chip on his shoulder to prove that you can play in this league, and boy, has he proved it.
What a career he's built for himself. From undrafted to Pro Bowler to All-Pro, Super Bowl champion, as he has given the ball to his offense. Lynch from the gun on 3rd and 3. That pass too high and incomplete. Intended for Jordan Norwood. Riley Dixon, the rookie punter, has been busy in this first half. This one is played well. Excellent coverage down the field by Kubiak's punt team.
This is what we'll tell you about. They don't want the quarterbacks turning the football over under any circumstance.
Tough starting field position here. Well, Bortles has been unlucky to see the interceptions that he's thrown since coming into the league. Just too high of a number. As Hackett calls a running play to Yeldon, able to streak past the 10.
58, pretty good leader.
Von Miller, the NFL's leader in sacks after that monstrous performance last week in the loss to Kansas City. 12.5 on the season. He had 3 of them in that game. Category, but also as a potential MVP. You know, that hasn't happened many times in the history of the sport for a defensive player. Second down pass from Bortles for Yeldon is incomplete.
Are you kidding me? He's wrecking their offense.
Maybe playing mind games with some of his opponents in that AFC West. Underneath pass for Bortles, and Walters takes a shot. Shane Ray laying that smack, but not before Walters runs for 12 in the last 2 minutes of the first halves of games this season. That's the upper third of the NFL. First and 10 passes batted down. Excellent play by Chris Harris Jr., who had the pick. People forget those two actually spent a year together collegiately at Kansas. And so what a cornerback tandem they have in Denver. Underneath pass to Sterling. And that'll set up a third down coming up.
With a doubt, you have to prove it and earn it every single day.
3rd and 7 here. Jags have 2 timeouts left if they could just move the chains. Someone lost their helmet. Bortles runs for the first down. There is a flag thrown. Roll step.
Illegal hands. Hands to the face. Offense, number 60. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay. 3rd down.
It's A.J. Can, the man penalized.
There it is right there. Oh, yeah.
This is Allen Robinson on the catch, but nothing doing. Denver keeping everything in front of Dortmund on once again to punt. They did take the timeout, so my mistake. Clock was running. So Denver taking their second timeout. They have 1 left. This is Raymond. He's going to play it. Crosses the 30, up the sideline, and Raymond, after a couple of shaky punts earlier, with a nifty return here. Flags fly towards the end of that play. It's a 17-yard return by Raymond.
After the play was over, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, kicking team. That's a 15-yard penalty, ended the end of the play. First down.
There you see he's out of bounds. There's the hit right there.
Broncos in front 7-3. Lynch will work from the gun on 1st and 10. Lynch swinging it far side of the field, and it is caught.
Brandon McManus. Anytime you can go to Demaryius Thomas, that's not a bad thing.
And a juke maneuver by Booker. That'll be a first down run and more. Broncos, you see how they handle the clock here. 30 seconds left and counting. Down to 17 seconds. Lynch over the middle. Low pass. What a catch by Thomas. Inside the 15-yard line, and they'll run that clock down and get McManus on the field. It's an 18-yard catch call that Gary Kubiak had to make. This one much easier from 32, and McManus is good. Clean snap there as McManus goes with a little short squib kick to take us to halftime. We're in week 13 right now, on the outside looking in that AFC postseason picture. A couple of scores of note. Kansas City and Atlanta, that game tied at last check at 13 apiece, and Miami, the other team in front of them in the chase for the wild card right now, down big, down 7. Bortles 10 of 18 in the first half. Just over 100 yards in that late pick. That's Denard Robinson on the tape.
Kansas City, and certainly Miami holds the tiebreaker. More wins inside the conference.
Play action pass, tough throw for Bortles to make across his body. It's still a highly productive player, 12 years into his career at the age of 34. 3rd and 7, Bortles slinging it here, and that pass intended for Lee is incomplete. They're going to have to start to figure some things out. Brad Dortmund on to punt. Couple of return men back deep. This is Raymond again, going to play it right around his own 30. Raymond is dangerous, breaking free inside Jacksonville territory. Back injury to take on his former team, but on the shelf for a 2nd straight week. Here's Lynch. Play action's going to take a shot deep down the field. This is Sanders, the intended receiver, deflected and incomplete off the hands of Gibson.
A lot of interceptions, only 3 so far of the year, tied for the fewest in the NFL.
Booker takes a shot as he is walloped on the play. And now summoned here with Booker being looked at on the sideline. 3rd and 11, crossing route. It's a catch by Sanders, but is brought down about 4 yards shy of the first down mark. It's a pickup of 8. You see the 7 combined 3 and outs between these two offenses. And so Paxton Lynch and company continue to struggle, but again, that Denver punt team has been fantastic. Did that a couple of minutes ago. His return is questionable as well. Tough field position again for Bortles and company to start. This is Denard Robinson. No Chris Ivory for them today, their leading rusher. Ivory out with that hamstring injury that occurred last week. Jacksonville Broncos fans getting Full force to support the defending champs. Broncos in front by 7. That's a first down run by Yeldon on a 3rd and 1. First and 10 after the run. Bortles goes play action underneath. This is Robinson on the catch. Crosses the 25 out to the 30. And that is enough for another first down. It's a pickup of 11 catches on the season. A big one here to get the offense moving. First and 10, another run play called by Nathaniel Hackett. NFL's leader in sacks this season has been just an absolute terror for opposing offenses. This is Yeldon on another first down run for the Jag. First and 10, Robinson flanking Bortles. Another run play called as they continue now to go 1-2 with Yeldon and Robinson. Word, but respect to a lot of those fans showing their colors today, making a long trip from Denver. Second down and 8 there. Minimal pickup of only 4. Appeared to have turned a corner, but 6 straight losses find themselves at 2-9. Big 3rd and 4 here. Bortles pass is intercepted. It's picked off by Roby, and no one's going to catch him.
Be Roby right there at the bottom against Allen Robinson. Watch how he undercuts this route. But the traffic, he doesn't see the undercutting Bradley Roby knifing in underneath the Robinson. He thought he had Robinson wide open. But that's how good I think Blake Bortles just found out.
Second INT of the season for Roby. It is a 50-yard return. This has had with the interception specifically on 3rd down more than any quarterback in the NFL. 50-yard pick 6 by Bradley Roby. Had a pick 6 earlier in the season, a 51-yarder back in Week 8 against the Chargers. So another massive defensive play
Kickoff
here.
Out of bounds. Kicking team. The ball will be placed at the 40-yard line. First down, Jacksonville.
Aiding on the pick 6 by Roby. First and 10 as Bortles and company get back to work. Marquise Lee on the
Many of them coming on 3rd down, some of those interceptions.
So Bortles now 15 INTs on the season overall. That pass for Koyak is incomplete.
Let's call him, JB.
And how about Andy Reid rolling the dice as Kansas City builds on their lead in Atlanta? That pass for Walters incomplete. Chris Harris Jr. is there.
And against this coverage secondary.
Another 3 and out. After pretty decent field position following that Denver penalty on the kick out of bounds. Fair catch signaled by Raymond. 43 yards on the punt by Nortman. On a Sunday afternoon in Jacksonville. Paxton Lynch back onto the field with his Denver offense. Broncos in command right now, up 17-3. Injury update from the Jacksonville sideline. Their very heralded rookie, 3rd-round pick out of Maryland, Yannick Ngakoue. A.J. Derby, the tight end, resplits out. Bottom of your screen. Lynch on a strike and a catch. That is caught by Demaryius Thomas. Until you see his numbers so far in this one. 3rd and 2. Lynch, handoff from the gun, but Booker is wrapped up, going nowhere. Football came loose. Officials say that Booker was down.
Drawn on someone else, but Marks appears to be everywhere in that backfield.
Dixon booting this one away. Fair catch signaled by Walters. And Bortles and company will have it just inside the 30. Producer Ryan Galvin, Andy Goldberg, our director. Here in Jacksonville, week number 13. DeMar Robinson trying to find the edge. And here comes the blitz. Bortles quick release, and that pass is caught. 3rd catch on the afternoon for Lee. Now underneath pass on the screen. This is Shane Wynn. Who signed off their practice squad yesterday with the injuries that they have. Today with a hamstring injury, and no Rashad Green, who was shut down this week, placed on IR with an Achilles, so Wynn signed off the practice squad.
False start, offense, number 78, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
And those penalties not huge, but they have come at very inopportune times for the Jags. Once again, Bortles goes short. This is Yeldon breaking a tackle. That'll be enough for a first down. Needed the 47 of Denver. It's a pickup of 10. Can this drive continue for the Jags? Quick handoff once again to Wynn. And he was located quickly by that Wade Phillips coach defense. It's a loss of 2. Bortles pump faking. Tries to run out of trouble. Will just throw it out of bounds.
5 of 13 on 3rd down.
You see the update, ankle for Robinson, his return questionable, and more flags flying. Could be against Von
Offside.
Miller.
Unimpeded to the quarterback, number 58. It's a 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
More favorable position here, 3rd and 7 with under 2 minutes left in the quarter. Bortles running out of trouble, is going to try to run for it, diving for that marker. Did he get it? Appears to have a favorable spot. Official signal, it will be first down. Oh, hold on just a minute. Now they say 4th down. Bradley had the challenge flag in his hand, looking up at the scoreboard, and now it looks like he has thrown it. Was looking up at the gigantic video monitor here in the stadium with everyone else saw him to try to determine if he wanted to challenge it.
Jacksonville is challenging the spot on the field in regards to a first down.
35 in the 36-yard line, but watch where this ball hits. Now, yeah, the left hand goes out of bounds, but not until the ball was extended beyond the 35-yard line. Take another look at it.
Again, our referee is Craig Rolstad.
After review, the runner did indeed get to the 35-yard line, and it is first down, Jacksonville. Jacksonville will not be charged a timeout. Timer, start the game clock on my signal.
Right there last week in the loss in Buffalo. 1st and 10. Quick handoff to Yeldon. He works here with under a minute left in the quarter. And that pass for Lee is batted down. And now a flag is thrown right in front of the Denver sideline. Lee can't believe it. Appeared to be a textbook
Holding.
play.
Defense, number 21, prior to the pass. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Tough call. Now watch it. He's got his left hand on Marquise Lee. See, he's front of him. He's got the back. You can have that hand on the back. Seemed to think that he had obstructed Lee from making the catch.
So they didn't have a penalty all day. 2 defensive flags on this drive alone. Clock continues to run. Final half minute of the quarter. End of 3 in Atlanta, and Miami down big in Baltimore. 2 teams in front of them in the chase for the 2 wild card positions in the AFC. Just outside the Denver 22. Bortles has time, pump fakes, under pressure, hit, and that pass is deflected and batted down off the hands of Nelson, who makes a fine defensive play. 4th and 4 from the 22. Bortles gonna run for it. He's got it, and then some. Bortles inside the end zone for the Jaguars, touchdown.
You can see the defenders, and he knows it's going to come open. See, watch, there's no one in the middle of the field. Once the defenders turn their back to the quarterback, the talent and athleticism of Blake Bortles.
Touchdown of the season for Bortles. And this one coming from 22 yards away.
He's a gamer.
That's certainly what you like about him. Certainly makes some mistakes with the picks and throws on the road. Now has to get some things done here on 1st and 10. Play action, is going to throw it deep down the field. Boy, he had Sanders wide open. He overthrew him.
For Emmanuel Sanders, I'm just going to give the credit to Jalen Ramsey to keep him off the ball.
2nd and 10. Lynch again through the airways, slinging it, and he throws a dart. That arm talent, one of the many things that John Elway and company loved in this kid. Traded up to take him 26th in that April draft. One play called to Booker.
JAX offense. And once you're into the second half of the season of your rookie year, you're no longer a rookie.
Where does he go here? Dealing again on 2nd and 8. That pass is incomplete. Your picture, there he is on 3rd and 8. Markers fly. Appeared to be some pre-snap movement on Denver's right side of the line. Here's Rolstad.
Ball start. Offense. Number 73. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
3rd and 13. Lynch stepping up in the pocket. Going to try to run for it, and he has no chance. Telvin Smith has turned into 18th in the league in tackles. He has an incredible future in front of him. Great special teams play by Latimer. Through week number 12, that's where we are here. 17-10, Broncos in front. DeMarcus Ware on the tackle.
Aggressive. He's yet to take a sack so far today.
Bortles play action here on 2nd and 6. Buys himself some time, and he finds Sterling. A former 7th-round pick, the converted wide receiver to tight end.
Up some momentum for Jacksonville.
Fresh set of downs, run play called by Hackett here.
Gonna have to do that again in 2016.
On 2nd and 7, run play called. Bortles handing to Yeldon. Able to find some wiggle room. First down run inside the Denver 45. A pickup of 8. Bortles goes play action. Fakes the handoff to Yeldon. Looking pass is caught. That's the tight end Koyak. A pickup of 4.
Because the quarterback has been effective running the ball.
2nd and 6. Little sidearm delivery. Bortles to Sterling. And Sterling forced out of bounds by the linebacker Todd Davis. A pickup of 3. Edge of field goal range here for Jason Myers. On 3rd and 3, Bortles throwing it. A one-handed catch, and now the officials say incomplete.
He does the right part. He stops the point of the football. That's what allows him to pull it back in. Couldn't get it all the way in before he hit the ground.
Then a 54-yard field goal attempt, but they're going to go for it on 4th and 3. Bortles over the middle, incomplete. No flags. Robinson, the intended receiver. At Jacksonville sideline irate. Bradley barking at the officials.
I'm surprised there wasn't a penalty on this play. And now there is a penalty, and it's on Allen Robinson for barking at the official. The differ, in my opinion, pass interference.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Jacksonville, number 15. That's a 15-yard penalty. Denver's ball. Timeout.
Turnover on downs, gives it back to Paxton Lynch. Juwan Thompson on the field, end-around play on the give to Sanders.
Flag should have been thrown.
How does Denver capitalize here? This is Booker trying to find the edge in that first down marker. Paxton Lynch, 12 for 22, just over 100 yards. Throwing here, took a shot, and it passed well short for Sanders.
It hit by Malik Jackson, the former Denver Bronco.
First time we've called Jackson's name. He had been chomping at the bit to take on his former teammates today. And a big defensive play to apply the pressure on Lynch. Not sure how Jacksonville would hold his own against those big cats that 20 miles from where we are here at Everbank Field. That pass, boy, deflected and nearly picked. Had a 50-yard pick 6 earlier, his second of 50-plus this season. That's Yeldon. But Salman, what a difference in the second half. I have to think fatigue has been an issue. Certainly was the case against the Chiefs. And at the end of that game, Bortles going through the airways on 3rd and 7, thrown into a very tight space. Robinson, the intended receiver, and there comes the flag.
Interference. Defense, number 29. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul.
Now watch him
Automatic first down.
Watch him get a little grabby there with the left hand. That right hand. Watch. See right there.
So it turns out to be a 17-yard penalty. We'll mark it right around the 40. 1st and 10. Bortles underneath. That pass for Yeldon is deflected. Call here is an incompletion. Corey Nelson was down 7 with all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time left. Bortles thrown incomplete. Intended for Lee as we hit the 6-minute mark. 3rd and 10. Run play called by Hackett. Interesting here to try to catch Denver off guard, but even further back than that if they can. Nortman is the punter. Raymond will signal fair catch right around the 16-yard line. His hometown in Deltona. 12 of 23, 104 yards. Pitches here to Booker on 1st down, but the Jags are there defensively.
Second time around to suppress the emotions.
Big part of that Super Bowl championship team in February. Lynch is going to run for it, showing his mobility on a 2nd and 12 play. 3rd and 2. Lynch going to run it again. Boy, did they trip him up. Shy of the first down marker, it was Jackson who got him around the ankles. Of going through that free agent process. And you could still sense a little bit of anger as that punt nearly blocked. But didn't get the contract offer that he felt he deserved. More interesting than it was earlier. 17-10. Bortles and company have a shot under 3 minutes left. That pass is deflected by Jared Crick. Really factored into his decision. Big defensive play a moment ago. Bortles pass off target on 2nd and 10. And Just doesn't seem like those two have the chemistry right now.
Not yet. Not yet. They're getting there.
3rd and 10, all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Bortles over the middle, finding Walters. But Denver doing what they do. They keep everything in front of them. A pickup of only
be able to convert.
And Bradley certainly feels good about what his defense is doing. Continuing to confuse Paxton Lynch, keep him in check. Khalif Raymond signals fair catch.
To be able to get the ball back with time left on the clock.
1st and 10, they're running here. This is Juwan Thompson, tackled by Paul Posluszny, and that'll get us to the 2-minute warning.
Just run the football and you get the stop.
2nd and 8, another one-play call. Denver has had 5 possessions as Juwan Thompson is tackled. Big moment here for the rookie quarterback out of Memphis. Denver 1 of 11 on 3rd down. Lynch throwing a dart, incomplete.
Position, that ball could have easily been intercepted.
Saw Lynch screaming for a pass interference penalty. Felt that Amukamara was kind of wrapping up his man. As we get our 11th punt of the afternoon, that is Walters. Bortles going to the airways. That pass off the hands of Lee and incomplete. It was covered. 2nd and 10. Bortles under pressure. That ball comes loose out of his hands. What's the call here? Denver recovers the football. No signal yet by the officials. And it will be Denver football.
And look, right there, it hits the shoulder of Parnell. That's when the ball comes out. Pressure provided by Von Miller. Recovery, Shane Ray.
Another turnover as that pass protection breaks down in front of him. One play called for Booker. Bronco fans, at least for the moment, exhaling for the league MVP award. He's been that good and that valuable, certainly, for this defense. Maybe even more so than last year because of the inexperience they have at quarterback. And we're looking on here. JAX cannot stop the clock again, so Broncos, of course, run it. That'll get us to 4th down. It's 70 seconds remaining to try to put the finishing touches on Jacksonville. This kick on target and perfect. Dealing with that sprained left foot. Was in a walking boot all this week after he went down in that overtime period against Kansas City.
More money than anyone this offseason in free agency.
It's TJ Yeldon able to cross the 30. Could be the final play. It likely will be. Yeldon on the screen pass. And that will do it. The Denver Broncos come to Jacksonville and take care of the Jaguars 20-10 as Paxton Lynch wins as an NFL starter for the first time in his rookie season. Gary Kubiak and company get to 8-4.